Okay, folks, Felly here. We're bringing back fusions. I know this is something I used to do early on in my YouTube career, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. But I don't know why. I don't even have a good reason for stopping it. So with this one, I'm bringing it back, and I'm starting off simple, simplistic. I'm setting the bar low. That way, if anything else comes out doper after this, you can say, "Oh, he built up to it." Yeah, see, I'm stacking the deck in my favor in advance. So I was doing a Google search and I saw Bluey because in my household we are a Bluey household. All of my kids watch it, and I decided to mix Bluey with FNAF Bonnie. Even though they're super similar, and as you can tell with this, it's not going to be a drastic difference. It's basically turning Bluey into animatronic. But I still thought it was a dope, fun starter idea, and we're going to get into this. But I want to take it a step further. Normally, I just merge the two and make a illustration of it, but I want to do something different. So that's why you can see I'm using Adobe Animate to create this. I'm more comfortable drawing in here, even if it's going to be an illustration. So I'm going to merge the two together. And then I think we're going to stay tuned to the end, because if this isn't too taxing and not too complicated, we're probably going to bring this Bluey animatronic to life. I just want to see it move, because I don't know about you. Any of the animatronics, even if you watch the FNAF movie, seeing them during the daytime, they look pleasant. They look nice. It looks definitely better than the Chuck E. Cheese rat animatronic. That thing is cursed out the gate. The old version to the new one, I'm slightly okay with the person in the suit version, but yeah, no, all of them should be burned at the stake. But I feel this one, Bluey, I want to make it cute and simplistic. But if you saw this in the middle of the night in a dark hallway and the eyes turn red, I think you would be done. That's the look we're going for, and that's what we're hoping to attempt with this idea. And it made me start thinking, like, if I expanded on this world, who would the other characters be? Like, if we're swapping them personality for personality, a lot of them don't have crossovers, so it's really hard. Like, technically, I should have used Freddy, since Bluey's the main character, Freddy's the main character. But I noticed, like, personality wise, it's from a kids show. None of these characters are gonna match up with them. None of them got the same energy, the same personality. It's force fusion and cramming personalities together that would naturally clash. Because I try to think about it. Who from the Bluey world would be Afton? Like, there's there's technically no one that's evil from the Bluey show. There's disagreements, but they usually work themselves out, talk it out. There's like no one that's just straight opposition from that show. So when I first got the idea, I was trying to think who would be best for this role, that role, and I couldn't think of nothing. So like if you have an idea, because I'm pretty sure majority of the world has seen Bluey, so I'm pretty sure there's someone watching this that has a better idea. Maybe I'm a lazy thinker, so maybe you have the brain cells needed to fix that gap of bridging between Bluey and FNAF. Because Bonnie, I purely picked because it was closest in color scheme and it was animatronic. Like, that's literally as far as my thought process went. And I'm like, this guy's blue, this guy's blue. We're merging the blues together. So I think if I would even name this animatronic, I would probably go with Blue Bonnie. If someone's got a better name in the comments, let me know. So I think when it comes to this, I wanted to do something that was not as heavy focused, that really would tax my creativity. But even then, with something simplistic, you could still have to reach for the stars. So we're going to see what we can do with Blue Bonnie. And I want you to stick around to the end, because we're going to try to see what we can do animation wise. And if you have suggestions for other characters you would think that would be interesting to see fused, definitely let me know. I used to thoroughly enjoy doing this back in the day. I don't think most people probably don't remember those videos, but I used to do it. The first set I was working on was fusing Justice League with Avengers. Now, a lot of you, if you're an old head or just a comic historian, you probably remember the Amalgam series that DC and Marvel did back in the day, where they actually merged those two universes. Now, me, I definitely was around when that happened. I read it. I enjoyed the idea because I never thought I would see them work together. But I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the designs from there I didn't really vibe with. They were, a lot of them were weird. A lot of them just didn't make sense, or just felt like the first draft is the one they went with. Like the one I probably least like was this, what was it, Spider-Man and Superboy. It to me, it just didn't make sense. You mixed him with a character that can fly, but you still have him jumping around like Spider-Man, but uses a web gun, but still has the other powers of Superboy. So it was like you watered him down just so you can keep him in the spider aesthetic. Even the super soldier, I believe that's what they called him, Captain America and Superman. It really didn't make sense. Like, if he's supposedly as powerful as Superman, the shield doesn't really make sense. The design was like kind of like, once again, first draft picks on something that should have went back to the drawing board. So I decided to redo some of those character designs, the choices. I think I did Green Lantern and Black Panther. I did Spider-Man and Blue Beetle. I did a few of those. So I want to get back into that. So I figured the best way to do it is more up to date. Something that everybody knows. Most people know Five Nights at Freddy, and majority of people know about Bluey. So I think this will be a dope start. And look at this. If this isn't a healer you would be scared to see in the hallway, I don't know what is. I even played around with the idea of making Bingo as Golden Freddy. Didn't really have no rhyme or reason for it, but I thought it would just be crazy looking to see a Bingo animatronic that's just slumped on the ground that keeps jerking and talking to you, and the voice pitch jumps up and down, especially in that Australian accent. Oh man, I think if these do well and people enjoy them, I'll definitely look into doing that, another one from this, both franchises. So that's like, let me know if you find these interesting, if this is something you like, and I can do more of them. Or if you have ideas of fusions, let me know. Like, I already have some ideas for the next one. I want to do a few of these because I feel they're more creatively liberating, if that makes sense, to do this instead of animation. There's so much focus work. So I already have an idea of who I want to do next, but I don't want to say that. I don't want to give it away. So I think this is good. This is good enough for us to turn into an animation. We got the whole body mapped out, and I already gave it some functions, and we got the animatronic twitching and everything like that. So let's go ahead, and without further ado, I'm gonna showcase to you Bluey Bonnie.